thinking about your time as money as well, and start using your time and investing in your time as money as well when you're approaching your financial situations. Now, last thing I just want to add on to this hack this week is this. I mentioned this app earlier this year called Earny, E-A-R-N-Y. It's an app that follows your spending habits online and will tell you if something that you bought in the next 90 days, if it goes on sale, and then it gives you a refund for you. I have received 3 refunds since getting the Earny app. They're not outrageous. They're not big. I'm not flowing in the money. It's not like they saved me found $20 or something like that. But it was like $1.50 on this. This one was like $10. This one was like $2.70. It went down, and they got that money and they put that back on my credit card for me. So when I initially put that app and I got my very first refund from the app, I think it was like $1.17 or something like that. And I was like, I'm not sure if this is worth your time. I can say now, 6 months later, yeah, it was worth my time. I didn't have to do any effort, and I've already gotten it back almost $15.
Wow.
And that's just this year.
Nice.
Not me. I literally haven't done anything except for connect this app and then connect my Amazon account to it and connected my Target account to it.
Wow.
And they find like something I bought at Target recently went down in price, and they went on my behalf to Target and got me my money.
All right.
Wow.
Now, Earny.
So that's my real hack that you can use this week. Earny.
Yes.
Pip, I like what you said about the thinking about your time as money as well, because
Too.
I think that's an issue I have with my wife. My wife does all these things, to save money here and there. And a lot of times for me, it's counterproductive because she spends so much time and energy to save this little pittance, a couple of dollars here and there, that literally even if you didn't think of her time as a salary, because she's a housewife, if you just thought of just the gas and energy that she's expending,
what you're spending
a
to
lot
save.
of times, it's like it just doesn't make sense, and she doesn't get why a lot of times, like, I hate to feel like or project like I'm above certain things, but like that, standing in line for hours for the free whatever, the Krispy Kreme's got a donut, and Baskin Robbins has an ice cream 1 scoop or something like on their anniversary or something.
Baskin Robbins Day,
yeah,
free Slurpees on 7-Eleven.
Whatever it is, a lot of the places do it, and I always just walk right past that stuff
because it's not free if you wasting all that time.
For me, I would rather pay full price for it and just be about my business than to stand in line all that, and it's just not worth it. It's just not. It's just not.
Yeah, there's our prices other than dollars and cents. I guess that's my thesis.
Right.
Yes.
And that's what I'm trying to get her to realize.
Yes. And I think even other people don't even realize that, because people will ask you to do something, or maybe, and for them it's something small or fragmental in their mind, but really you're like, wait a minute, let me break down to you the effort that I have to put in just to do this one little thing, and that's time and energy, and that costs money too. People don't,
Or when you have to hire a professional.
Yeah.
Like, and this is where people get in trouble. Like, oh, I'm on DIY and save a bunch of money. Are you saving money if you have to have somebody that that's gonna cost you $800 to come out and fix it later on?
Yep.
I want to say shout out to Jason and Mindy, my good friends
Big
and friends of the show, who are live in the chat with us
Jason
today.
And Mindy.
Hey, Mindy, we see you, girl.
Shout out. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you. Oh, man.
Yeah, and ID 155042115. Big up.
I like your handle, ID.
Right.
All right, y'all. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into our next phase, which is the question of the week.
Oh, I love it.
So before I get into the super fan and super friend of the show, Chad Samuel Jr., he hollered at me and made a confession. He was like, I've been I've been half reading the questions and I just been answering because I'm so excited, whatever. I'm like, man, first of all, you know, you don't owe an apology. If you so excited to reply to the feedback for my show or whatever, that I'm thanking you. You don't need to apologize to me. You know, now we kid around and we tease the people or whatever about, you know, not paying attention or the left answers and this and that. But it's all lighthearted. It's all in good fun. It's like, well, man, we're grateful for you.
Yeah.
You know, you're the one taking your time, listening to us, following us, checking for us, responding to us, giving us feedback for the show. So don't get it twisted. We appreciate you, Samuel Jr. Samuel Jackson. Chaz Samuel Jr.
Chaz Samuel Jackson Jr.
Right? Right.
That was funny.
Oh, man. Okay.
Chaz Samuel Jackson Jr.
Right. So, question of the week. What music icon do you think is highly overrated?
Overrated?
Overrated.
Oh.
Yeah, what did you think? Was underrated?
Oh, shit. I read the question like Chaz.
Look at you. Oh, my
and
God.
I was here.
Yes.
I didn't even have to read it.
It was, yeah, that was Pip. Pip came up with this. This is
I thought it was
question.
underrated.
No, it's overrated. Which music icon do you think is highly overrated? Okay. Right, Pip?
That is correct, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and now I had a little some issue with some people about what they considered an icon, and I rejected some of their submissions based on that.
Do that.
Sure, I can. Sure, I
Montel Jordan is not an icon.
Thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Pip. That's what I'm saying.
This is how we do it.
This
is how we do it.
That song was
well
great.
known.
But,
that's his song.
Okay, but does not make him an icon. And before you defend too much, he said he was overrated and he hated that song.
I don't care how he feels about it. That's somebody else's opinion of Montel Jordan. And I think it's valid.
He's just not an icon. That's all I'm saying.
He's not my icon, but he might be somebody else's icon. And I could see how.
If we went out, even on Crenshaw, in a black neighborhood, if we went out and asked 15 people randomly, they wouldn't even know who the fuck he was. He's not an icon.
Well, it all depends on who he asks. Not no millennial. Maybe millennial.
Then he would be an icon. They would know.
This is how we do it. Is everybody knows that song. Everybody.
Yeah, but don't nobody know Montel Jordan.
That doesn't mean that he's an icon though, because everybody know. Look, I dispute everybody knows that song.
I couldn't name you one Quiet Riot song, but I know who the fuck Quiet Riot. They a big deal. That's what I'm saying. That's an icon.
I don't know
that. Okay, fair enough.
So anyway, start off with Easy said J-Lo, and that was one that I kind of disputed, but I walked that one back a little bit. You know, even my wife jumped on Easy side about it or whatever. I don't dispute that she's an icon, but I don't think she's a musical icon. But that's just my personal. But it's
really
that's all my personal.
She's had hits for years now.
I know. But
she got a Vegas residency.
This is his opinion of what an icon is.
I guess I'm thinking.
You're thinking big.
I'm thinking a musical legend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You think you're talking about Quincy Jones.
And while, like I said, everybody knows J-Lo or whatever, she's not known for being this outstanding musical talent. That's what I'm thinking of when you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not that they just know you, but they know you for being this musical genius talent.
Right. They name music schools after you.
Yes, that level. That shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Anyway, but I didn't say that.
Yes.
So, you know, I kind of give him a pat. But Cardi B, she been around 5 seconds.
She's somebody's icon.
She been around 5 seconds. Fuck somebody's icon. That's the whole world. There's how many billion people in the world?
Millions of people love her.
We're gonna have an icon for each billion person in billions of people in the world. I mean, come on now. That's not how it should go. All right, so he lists J-Lo and then he listed Cardi B. I give him a pass on J-Lo, but Cardi B, I'm sorry. She been around 5 seconds. There's people there's too many people walking around live right now that don't know who the fuck she is.
I don't know about that.
Oh yes, plenty. So let's see. Taylor Bougie Tanya, she said Elvis.
That is an icon.
That's an icon. Damon the Weasel Stanford says Madonna.
Also an icon.
Ms. Gwen Turner said Frank Sinatra. Another icon. She says Sammy Davis Jr. was much more talented.
I agree with that.
Okay. Wow. Chrissy Chris says, oh, well, no, we'll be back later. Momo said Metallica. Whatever. Okay. Jason Lewis said Montel Jordan, not an icon. Nephew Deuce is I think he was trolling. I'm not sure, but he says Tupac still Team Biggie. I asked him if he was trolling. He never answered. I'm still wondering. Like, are you trolling or what? David said, I'm going to say it. What makes Tupac an icon? Number of albums sold? Majority of people that like him didn't listen to his music when he was alive. That's bullshit. And I'm not talking younger generation. I'm talking people that could have actively enjoyed his music when he was alive. Not until it was safe, quote unquote, and he crossed over literally and figuratively, did they like him, or did they want to be like everyone else? I don't know. I think maybe he's talking about mainstream America.
I get that, but he actually answered his own question. This is what makes Tupac an icon.
Yeah. After
he died, he became otherworldly. It's kind of like what's happening to Nipsey right now. Like people who never even really heard of him, or they knew who he was but didn't know his music, all of a sudden became really important. And then they had to get a tattoo.
Right.
And they had to
get them airbrushed on the side of their building.
Right.
Right. Okay. Carmen Miller said Biggie. I know, right?
I disagree.
I disagree as well. But and then we have another. Rosalind Jackson said Elvis. Shout out to Rosalind and Word Girl Entertainment.
Can't be mad at you for that though.
Elvis. Yeah. They actually. I was watching a old clip of. I think it was Letterman when he was really young. He had, what's that guy's name? The guy who was basically Elvis, like the real Elvis, was a black guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can't. I'm blanking on the guy's name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but I know the story.
Yeah, but anyway, he was the guy who wrote all the songs for Elvis, and Elvis would do a demo track of the song, and then Elvis would basically do an impersonation of this guy, and that was the so-called Elvis sound and all that stuff was really this guy's sound, and they was asking him like, how did you feel about that? And, did it make you upset and this and that? And he was like, well, initially I felt some kind of way about it. Well, he didn't say that because that's today's vernacular, but he said something, along those lines. But he said, but then those checks start coming.
Right.
He said after that, it was like, and he never met him.
And let's face it.
They never met because he felt like they had a good thing going, and he was afraid that if they met, maybe they didn't like each other or the magic or whatever would, they're like, it was kind of superstitious. He didn't want to mess with a good thing, so they never met. And he wrote for him for years.
It's funny because Elvis is truly a musical icon, and I agree that he's overrated too. But I like J-Lo, I like Elvis. I actually like Elvis more in the movies.
Okay.
He was good looking. He was suave as hell in all the movies.
Yeah.
He definitely had the look.
But okay, so and now Chaz Samuel Jr. says Al B. Shore, not an icon. Chaz. And then he said Keith Sweat, and I'm like, okay, I'll give you a pass on Keith Sweat, but not Al B. Shore. Al B. Shore, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might even have to go now on that one.
But there's people out there. He's somebody's icon.
Team
Apparently Chaz's.
T. August Wilson said Al Jarreau.
Oh, controversial.
But he was being facetious.
Okay.
He was trying to start shit. He admitted that he was trying to start shit.
Okay, it's like who don't like Al Jarreau? Who don't like Al Jarreau?
Yeah. That my boy Tim Wilson. He used to do the What Up Though show, and he has a great sense of humor. One of the best podcasts ever. I've been trying to get him and Latone to come back ever since they stopped. That was what a age that was. I kind of feel like even though podcasts are still new, I kind of feel like there was this golden era for black podcasts because every time I look, I see another one that's not around anymore. So, but at the same time, it makes me feel special.